you all a lot. I really shouldn't be up here by myself accepting this award. There are a lot of people who should be here with me. People who've written for me, for instance. Cynthia Buchanan, Lorne Michaels, Pat Resnick. In fact, they were thinking of, like, maybe coming tonight, but then at the last minute. And one very special person, Jane Wagner, whose brilliant talent has contributed more to what I've done than any other person I know, and with whom I share this honor totally. She never did intend to come. Because she knows, as I know, that there's more to life than this. Even as a child, I knew it. I didn't always want to be a gifted actress. There was a time in the beginning when I wanted to be a waitress. Of course, everyone in the family thought it was cute at first. They'd let me wait on company. When I'd lose a tooth at night, my father would leave me a quarter under a plate. And then when I was 10, they got me my first uniform. It was white cotton with little orange and blue trimmed collar and cuffs. A copy of the original Howard Johnson. I already had a hairnet and duty shoes. I suppose that some of you had Kool-Aid stands after school. That was normal. I had Kool-Aid. I also had root beer float, tuna salad, grilled cheese. And I was open every night till 9. When I graduated college, I packed my uniform and I set out for New York, determined to make it as a waitress in the big time. All I could get was work in the theater. Sometimes, after a hard night on Broadway, I'd change into my uniform, I'd drop by Howard Johnson's, and I'd just sit at the counter for hours watching my idol, Mildred. She was the greatest waitress in New York. Sometimes she'd put on a little show for me. Adam and Eve on a raft, wreck 'em. One night, I'll never forget it. It was closing time. Mildred was changing shoes for the bus ride home. Or as she'd say, Mildred to go. She turned to me, she said, "Kid, never give up your dreams. Because someday, somewhere, someone is going to look into those great big blue eyes of yours and say, 'Miss, what kind of pie you got?'" I'd been on Laugh-In 3 years. My name was a household word. I'd given up all hope of ever becoming a waitress. I knew that I was going to have to settle for stardom. And then one day I was in New York. I decided to drop by Howard Johnson's just to say hello to Mildred. It was a lunch rush, but as soon as I walked in, she said hello. "Hey, kid, I seen you on Laugh-In." When are you going to stop fooling around and do something with your life? And then it happened. Mildred reached up to get an iced tea glass off a top shelf and wrenched her back. The boss was frantic. "What am I going to do? My star waitress is out of commission. Where am I going to find a replacement?" Despite her discomfort, Mildred spoke up. "Harry, what about Tomlin?" "Who, her?" "Harry, give the kid a break." All right, I got no choice. As luck would have it, I was wearing my uniform at the time. He took me in the back. "Do you know your tables? Do you know your menus? Do you think you can do it?" "I'll try, Harry." "Tomlin, you're going out there a star, but you're coming back a waitress." Well, at the end of 9 hours, I had $1.10 in tips. It was the pressure. I just couldn't seem to take it. But you know, even now, after all the things that have happened to me, I can still count on Mildred. The other day I walked in during lunch rush. She said, "Hey, kid, I seen you on Broadway. I heard they're giving you a Tony. So when are you going to stop fooling around and do something with your life?"